Alright guys, this is a video I've been waiting to make for a long time. This is about the Volkswagen Touareg, the beautiful new thing sitting in my driveway, but the weather has not been very approving. So I think that's fitting that we just move right along. It is the 7P model, 180 kilowatts, 550 newton meters of pure diesel goodness. So this is the 2012 September release, which makes it a MY13. For this model was the 3-litre turbo diesel, which they all are. There is the V8 version, which is available if you want to go up to that. And I think prior to this, we also had a V12 rolling around Australia, which would have been incredible to drive. But I couldn't get my hands on one of those, nor could I probably afford to drive it, because I know I enjoy like the power. So let's talk about the engine. It is a 2012 September model, which makes it an MY13. This is the full luxe version. I'm telling you, this thing has got 180 kilowatts, 550 newton meters at the fly, 8-speed automatic sports transmission. That's running on some 20 by 9 inch alloy wheels. Now, don't know why you would want 20-inch wheels on such an off-road beast, but on the road this thing is so comfortable to drive, you would not be seen driving around on anything else. So it might be worth having a second set of maybe 18s with some 32s on it. They fit in there quite well, you can't go much bigger. This thing does have air suspension, so it will lift a good 4 inches off the ground for when you're going off-road. It has the 4XMOTION dual range, which means I also have low range with center and rear differential locks. Unbelievable. I mean, the models that have just the 4Motion by themselves are so capable off-road that I doubt I will even need to use this stuff. On the highway, it has a true 7.4 litres per 100 kilometers. Now I've tested that myself and it's bang on the money. That's like driving around a little bit locally, but mostly on highway driving, which is exactly why I bought this. This is my daily driver, and I wanted a car that I could take everywhere around Australia and not have to worry about the capabilities of the vehicle, and this is it. Okay. It's definitely got power where you need it, and if you want to keep the revs where the revs need to be, you can put it into sports mode and it'll slow the changing down of the 8-speed gearbox. Lovely. Power delivery is really smooth in this car and quite intuitive. The steering is direct, but under power there's a fair bit of understeer, so you will be fighting. You'll be fighting with the car because of the 4Motion, most probably. I'm going to try and sneak in here. Quite a nice sound for a V6. Now it's got the full stock exhaust on it. Oh look, behind its brother. It does have the stock exhaust on it, and even with the stock exhaust it's still got quite a beautiful note on its pickup. Just the delivery of the acceleration itself is enough to fall in love. Like, now obviously with 180 kilowatts you're going to go through the fuel if you're going to use it all the time, so it's got pretty good torque range as well. This definitely is why this car's used so much for towing. And you got to remember, this is still already a 10-year-old car. It's incredibly well kept. It's truly such an incredible find. Did I say incredible? Yeah, this car's incredible. So, let's talk about the driving pleasure of this vehicle, because it is understated to say the least. It shares a breed from Audi, the Q7, and it's got Porsche internals. Everything you see on the Porsche Cayenne you could fit in this car. Costs more obviously because it's got the Porsche badge on it, but it's all interchangeable. So this is a truly European, fully bred beast of an engine car experience. First visuals of the car, you can tell that there's something special about the color of this car. If you've been following the socials, you'll see 3 or 4 different photos where it looks like a completely different car. Now that is, hopefully I can say this right, because it has got a metallic pearl. It's called the Galapagos Anthracite. Anthracite? I don't know, but it's a really cool color. So it's it can be brown and it can be gray. When the car's wet, it looks more the grey. When it's a little bit dirty, it's more grey, but when it's clean and in the sun, it's more of a brown colour. It's a beautiful colour. Internally, we've got the corn silk beige Napier leather package. They're heated electronic with driver position locked into the key. So you press the key and the car automatically sets the driving position for the driver's seat to the key. The second driver sets it up for them. When you're talking European luxury, you're talking options, and this car has it in bucket loads. It has auto tailgate, stereo, Bluetooth, driver positioning, 4-zone auto climate control. It has auto steering ZEON headlights. Turn when you're driving into a parking spot. It'll fill up the parking spot so you can see what you're doing. You can see if there's anything in there, if you're going to drive over anything. They're mint. This car has got more driver assist than I could probably list. It has lane departure, blind spot, ABS, traction control, hill descent, hill holder, EBD, electronic brake force distribution. It's a part of the 4Motion ESC, electronic stability control, driver fatigue, front and rear park assist, parking camera with graphical display. It's got so much stuff in there to make the driving experience. Look, if it drove itself, I wouldn't be surprised. So what are all these extra options worth when you can't sit in the cockpit and just know, just by the look of your surroundings, that you're in for a treat? Apart from the leather seats, it has beautifully designed wood grain. Like, it's not that cheap stuff that you see in a lot of the cars. Like, it's a deep, like, red wood grain finish that looks incredible. Apart from the metallic finishes internal and externally, I have opted to upgrade the floor matting and the boot liner to the rubber 3D floor mats. Just, you know, hold it in there, keep it off the carpets, and just keep the car a little bit nicer for a little bit longer. Let's talk about the suspension. This is the air ride. So we've got 3 modes. The dampers are corrected through comfort, sport, and normal. So when you drop it down on its belly and you're driving around the streets, you can turn it to sport and it's really stiff. And you lift the car up for off-road, you turn it to soft, and it takes up a lot of the bounce and the corrugations in the road. This is a touring car, no doubt. It's got the powerful engine, it's got the tow ball, it's got the 3.5 ton towing capacity, which I don't know how that would feel, but it's definitely got the power to do it. It's designed for comfort, and you know you're in comfort. I mean, if it wasn't a tourer, then why would they chuck in a 100-litre tank? Seriously, this thing's going to do 1,300 Ks on the highway. Put a van behind it, you're probably still looking at 900, 1,000 Ks on the highway. And the 8-speed automatic transmission, while it does have the sports Triptronic on it, has a gear for everything. You're not going to be caught short. In case you haven't noticed, mate, I am incredibly in love with this car. Like, I've had it a little while now. I still haven't been able to tow with it. I can't wait to get the van behind it. But I've already racked up 5,000 Ks in it, and they've been 5 of the most fantastic 1,000 Ks that I've had in this car. To get back in it. I can't wait to get out on the tracks. I mean, it's still too pretty for me to take it bush. Like, I am not going to be doing any rock steps or anything like that, but I do know that once I am over the love affair that I have with it, that I can take it somewhere and enjoy it in a whole different way once I'm prepared to put it through its paces off-road. Okay, so that's it for the 2012 MY13 4XMOTION Volkswagen turbo diesel V6 3 litre. What a mouthful that is, and it's so good to be able to say it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If there's anything else you would like to know about this car, please in the comments down below. I'll try to get back to you and answer as many as I can. If there's something that I've said incorrectly on this, please help out the masses and correct that information. So until next time, I'll see you on the trails.
Volkswagen.